All right, it's late, but we're live. It's late, but we're live. We are live. Gonna do a little live stream right now. Oops. Oops. Salongar, Arizona jumper. Cody Sorensen. Who else we got? April Coco, Rick Hoppy. Tony Del Monte, Chip Hazard, Darren Markley. Michelle Sivuplay. Bloop Droop, Marzell, Jeff Ha. Yeah, decided to come on for a little late stream. Ralphie Boy, Tyler Cavey. Louise Alex Duncan, Melissa McQueen. Figured we'd see who's awake. Nicole Bogey, Bogey, I can never say it. Bolgarovics. Bogey Bolgarovics. Budget Girl. Dr. Fredlicks. April Coco. Miriam Smith. J. Marie Britt Jones. Rick Hoppy. Nicole. Fly on a Wall. Robert Kidder. Four, 5, 7 OG Man. Mr. Showtime Baby Shark. Baby Shark's gonna graduate. Hooray. Nice work, Baby Shark. Bloop Droop. Who lives in Turku. I don't know what Turku is. Is that Turkey? Kimmy Rose. Lizzie is moderating late night. Thank you, Lizzie. Rusty G is moderating. Oh, Rusty G, good to see you. Kangaroo Island TV is there. Stan is there. Tony Del Monte. Hey, thanks, Tony. I hope you had a good vacation. I know you made your video on your vacation, your video song video. That was a few days ago. Good to see you, Tony. Thank you, Tony. Budget Girl, I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. In case you missed it, I did do a walking stream in my town of Newton. Oh, Blue Troop says they're in Finland. Okay. I did a walking stream in my town of Newton, Massachusetts earlier today, which you can check out if you haven't seen that. A bunch of you joined me for our walk. We saw geese cross the street. Julie Huft is here. Arizona Jumper is here. Oh, Arizona Jumper is still in the hospital. Arizona Jumper, I hope you feel better. She has an IV in her hand. It's cool that you can watch this in the hospital. I remember when I got hurt playing soccer in high school and I was in the hospital and you had to watch what was on the TV. There was no internet back then. So that's good. Melissa McQueen, Mary Philo, Susan Reichel, Robert Kidder. Robert is watching this in the hospital. I'm sorry, Robert. I hope you feel better, whatever you're in there for, Robert. April Coco was watching the stream from earlier. Rick was lurking in the stream, walking stream. Arizona Jumper says they're monitoring the low heart rate. Robert says, I'll be fine. Good. See, internet would have changed how I studied in school. Because rather than study the book they would have given me, if I didn't like the book, I would have just looked up some alternate book. Although I could have done that anyway. I mean, it took me a while to realize you could do that. Like if you get a textbook and you don't like the textbook, you know, you think it's like boring or something, you can go and look at other books that talk about the same thing. I didn't realize that until after college. TJ is here. I felt like you have to read the book you're given. which if it's just a nonfiction book, you, in theory, can find other books. But that's how you learn. Christine Rycan is here. I didn't learn how to learn until after college. That's when I started studying stuff on my own. That's when I more learned how to learn. I learned how to learn some stuff in college. But anyways, so I take that back. I took a math class in college, and the first test I took, I did not do well on. And I did great on math in high school. But what I sort of didn't process was you really have to know this stuff. You have to slow down and go through the text and understand every single word in it, or you're just not going to understand it. So that was kind of I took this math class in my freshman year, and I didn't do well on the midterms. But then I did very well in the final because I went back from the start and I just really learned the whole textbook, like every line. I realized that's how you have to do it. That was a big transition. Fritz Campbell is watching. Arizona Jumper says, that's the key, knowing how to learn. I just remember, it was weird. I took these tests in undergrad, my first math class, and I just did badly on them. And I was just like, okay, what am I doing wrong here? Well, I just don't really understand the stuff. So let's try to really understand it. Caesar Day says, I was a textbook reader as a nursing student. I agree, I read every line slowly. I didn't know that in high school. The thing is, the math class I was taking was kind of abstract, and it was just if you didn't really understand it, you weren't going to be able to do well at all. You really needed to go know what was going on. You can't fake your way through I forget what the class was. I think it might have been linear algebra and differential equations or something. And you either knew it or you didn't. But that's the benefit of taking a hard class and not doing well, and realizing you have to change some things. So thanks for joining our late night live stream. We started this at 11:49 p.m. 11:49 p.m. I hope the Discord notification went out. Please let me know if the Discord notification did not go out. In Real Life is here. Judy Socket is here. Before the internet, it was so lame. I remember I actually went to Russia because a friend of mine was living there just after college. And I remember to find out about Russia, looking it up in the encyclopedia, which is all fine and good for some basic background. But now if you were going to go to Russia, I mean, you would go online. You can actually You can watch videos of people walking around. You can read like online travel blogs. You can go to Google Maps and look up different streets. Like, just think of the difference between that and like, well, I'm going there. I'm going to look it up in the encyclopedia. It's just so different. Minibit is here. Oh, Lynn Downey is here. Lynn is in the hospital. I hope you're feeling a little better, Lynn. It's just so different. It's so different. We were covering when the ship was stuck in the Suez Canal. I watched some videos where I wanted to know what the Suez Canal was like. And you can find videos of ships literally recording their entire trip through the Suez Canal. And it's just like, I mean, you couldn't do that before. It's so different. So different. Salon Girl loves algebra. Like, I wish I had had the internet when I was younger, but at least I got some of it in my life. It's just access to information. Kangaroo Island says the whole world is about to change with blockchain, Web 3.0, and the Internet of Things. I don't even know what Web 3.0 is. Gatorbait just saw the pineapple video. I was saying last night, some people are finding that through YouTube search. Julie says, I love Google Earth. I can be anywhere in my own house. Darren Markley is here. Did the Sean B. Hart is here? Did the I assume the Judy Socket says yes, it did. Okay, people said that the good the Discord went out notification. Anyways, I hope everybody's doing well. Pretty quiet so far news-wise this week, which has allowed me to spend a lot of time with my family. That's what I've been doing. Pickled grammar, I already said you. I already mentioned you. Right, Rick Hoppy said, before the internet, I had to spend many hours in libraries and haunted old bookstores to get what I needed. Yep. Yes. Tony thinks he's going to get to a total of 400 songs on Reverb. That is a lot. Perry is asleep. Paper City Gamer Jeff says, happy Wednesday. Jeff says, I would have done a lot of plagiarizing if the internet was around when I was in school. Yes, that is a danger of the internet. That is true. Like, the problem with the internet, I can say it would have helped me study, but if I was in school when the internet was there and I had the internet, I might have just, like, I probably would have played games and read about sports all day and never done any schoolwork. Mari says, hi, sir, I am India. How are you, friend? Gypsy Wop is watching from Iowa. I wonder if anyone will see this who normally doesn't see it because it's on at such a weird time. Scribbles McFly. Scribbles McFly, no. The way it works, Scribbles McFly, is the following. You don't mention news unless it's an emergency. Either it's an emergency or it's not, okay? If it's an emergency, you tell me. If it's not, you don't mention it. Because if you just say check Twitter, well, now I have to stop the entire broadcast and everybody has to wait while I figure out what you're talking about. That doesn't really help the show, does it? If you're making me stop the broadcast to look up something vague that you mentioned, that wrecks it for everybody else and me. So it's either an emergency or it's not. Now, if you want to do more research about something and figure out whether it's an emergency and figure out what's going on, then that's great, be my guest. But don't like see something and say something might be going on and then tell me something might be going on, because that just means that you haven't done the research to be able to either decide whether it's an emergency or not. So I do appreciate you guys, giving me news tips, but giving me vague hints that something might be going on, that's just going to interrupt the show for everybody. I hope that makes sense. See, this is just somebody interrupted. They didn't tell me what it is. Now I have to waste time looking it up. It doesn't look like initially something that I would initially cover. And so, people just interrupting the stream. Hey, thank you, Susan Reichel. I appreciate it. Apex Predator, that really doesn't, that's not really relevant to the broadcast, your question. Joar, the walk was good. You should check out the video. Alibaba says Canada has a big lottery draw soon. 70 million Canadian dollars. Ryder is here. Rusty Craig is here. Dillamon says we just finished watching the walking stream, enjoyed it. I'm glad you liked it. Cirque Dopsa says, great to see you with your family again. Thank you. Thanks again to Susan Reichel. I appreciate that, Susan. Thank you. Susan did the sticker. All right, Apex Predator is being timed out. Apex Predator is on the way to getting hidden, I can tell. Apex Predator just wants to get hidden. Sharon Heberling is here. Sharon, I hope you're feeling well. Sushi's having surgery for a kidney stone. Somebody I know had kidney stones recently. Said it was terrible. It's supposed to be awful. Just all of a sudden they got pain from kidney stones. Tony's performing at the Minnesota State Fair. Very nice. Tony, you make a video of you performing. That would be cool. I'd love to see it. Michael Rosa says kidney stone is the worst. Kidney stones are the worst. Caesar Day says kidney stone, horrible pain. Eesh. Thank you, Cat Penny, for watching the walk through Newton. All right. Hang on, there we go. Mr. Showtime says, I used to have kidney stones. Luckily they got dissolved. Honey Herzo is here. Look, some people are up late tonight. Aries Pjork is here. We got some late night viewers. Oh, Tony says he can't know if he can record it. All right, I understand, Tony. I go back Monday. Monday I go back. Fibonacci Blue is here. Thank you, Lizzie, for moderating. Again, I appreciate it, Lizzie. Gabby Kiwi is here. I had some sushi tonight for dinner. That's part of what I had. It was delightful. I haven't had sushi in a while. It was good. We had some Chinese food and sushi. Had dinner with my mom. Not Cupcakes is here. The sushi was good. It wasn't amazing. And it's weird. It's like the fish looked fresh. Everything looked good. There was just something about it. I guess it's all the ingredients, I guess. It's just the ingredients. So, but it was good. I enjoyed having it. Lizzie likes super white nigiri. No, I don't use wasabi. I don't like wasabi. No, I don't really like wasabi on my sushi. Just like the rice, I cut rolls. Rice, seaweed, and the fish. Anyways, again, the upside of it not being a busy news week, I've gotten to hang more with my family. Michelle is here. Manic Miner is here. Tony says it's going to be in the 90s. In Minnesota. It's supposed to be in the 90s and it's supposed to be 93 on Sunday before I go. The day I leave here, it's supposed to be 97. Helena says there's a very affordable restaurant near her that serves full Japanese and Chinese menu. That sounds great. I saw a TikTok video about some restaurant in Pennsylvania that's like an Amish buffet, and it's huge and it looks amazing, and they like make you steak and stuff. It looks crazy good. I guess it's a famous kind of out of the way buffet restaurant run by Amish people. I don't know if any of you know what I'm talking about. I forget the name of it. Something buffet. Hey, Seize the Day. Thank you, Seize the Day from Canada. Thanks so much. It's very kind of you. And also Brian Birch. Thank you, Brian Birch. Thank you, Brian. Much appreciated, guys. Chris Lund is here. Oh my gosh. Chris says, I got this new phone and now YouTube always defaults to top chat. So frustrating. You know, I don't know if it's any. I'm on Top Chat by default too now, but I don't know when it's not a really crowded chat. I think it doesn't really make a difference. Maybe I'm wrong though. I might be wrong. I forgot to change it to live chat this time. There's Top Chat and live chat. But I think it makes a bigger difference, like if there's like a crap load of messages. I love the idea of buffet style restaurants. If there was like a good one near me, I'd go. Like, the problem is, I know like some of the Chinese buffet restaurants, it's like everything is like fried food. So that's the problem. Like if it was food I liked. Trip Lee Reno is here. Aries, I'm glad you liked the Boston stream. I ain't gonna lie, says they're not always the cleanest. Makes sense. Look, obviously something's got to give. If they can charge not an expensive price, then something's got to give. No, not Maple Leaf Buffet, Rusty. It's different. That wasn't it. Tammy thinks we saw birch trees today. Maybe it was. Betty Sue is here. I think if it's a busy chat, then Top Chat will only show you selected messages. But when it's kind of slow like this, I think it's the same. Dan the Mango is here. I'll look it up. I'll see if I can figure out what a buffet that is. Shady Maple Smorgasbord. It has 20,000 reviews on Google. Shady Maple Smorgasbord. 20,000 reviews. 4.5 stars. I'd like to go there. There's videos on it of YouTube. I gotta watch some video. I gotta watch some videos. But I'll post a link. Shady Maple Smorgasbord. I'll post a link to it on. Here, just Google it. Hold on, let's see here. I'll post a link and you can look at some photos of it. It's just enormous, but they like cook steak and stuff. It's supposed to be awesome. Oh, they have. What do they have? I'm looking to. Here, let me post the pictures. I'll just post the name of it. Shady Maple Smorgasbord. Paula Faust says Shady Maple Restaurant is awesome. Just Google it and you'll see it's like huge. It looks good too. They have like eggs. They have steak. They have all these desserts. They have bacon. They have all this fruit. Man. $20,000 reviews. Has anyone been there? Paula says she's been there. Dave Mileto says, cleanest buffet you'll ever go to. Was he talking about that one? Rusty wants to go. Michelle says it's like the Rio Buffet in Vegas. Yeah, Diana L. said Shady Maple. She was right. Dave Mileto says, I've been to it. It's the best buffet ever. It's so big. Darren is right. Yeah, I'm guessing a lot of buffets were closed during the pandemic. Hey, Sean TV is there. Sean says, I'm booking a flight. Good to see you, Sean. Sean, I think I owe you a response to a message. I haven't caught up on the messages since before I came to Boston. I flew out and then I just kind of been doing family stuff and I neglected to catch up on my messages. Devin Banner says, where do I know you from? That I can't tell you. But anyways, you can look up Shady Maple Smorgasbord. The problem is on Google, I gotta look it up on Yelp. Because on Google, all the pictures are from the exterior. On Google, you should be able to, oh, food. No, you can look up the food pictures on Google. You can search by food pictures. Okay, well, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at some desserts. They have corn, they have carrots, they have beans. They have bacon. Oh, big thing of bacon. Oh my God, what else do they have? Veggies. Where's the meat? Where's the meat? I see bacon. They have burgers, it looks like. They have clams. They have clams there. How about that? I'm looking at clams. Looks like they have fried chicken. Oh, they have like roast beef they cut up for you. Wow. They have a bunch of fried stuff, of course. A lot of fruit. Oh, it's huge salad bar thing. Wow. Ice cream. Looks like they have like fried fish or something. I don't know what plane is flying at 12:13 a.m. Anyways. Dave says, I would definitely reserve a table if you go there. There's usually a long wait, especially on weekends. See, this is how things work. I see the TikTok video and then I tell other people. Oh, Rusty Craig says, quite a few YouTube foodie channels covered Shady Maple. Yeah, I'll have to look. I'm sure I've seen that when I Googled it, there were YouTube videos that came up. Diana L says, the food is so good there. It amazes me how that much food can all be so good. What does it cost to eat at Shady Maple? Does anyone know? What does it cost to go there? To eat there? Oh, thank you, Sonic. Thank you, Sonic. I know it's late, Sonic. That's very nice of you. Thanks, Sonic. Sonic says, apologies if I don't make it to the end. Sonic, I think the summary so far would be Shady Maple Smorgasbord. Sean says $10.99. I ain't gonna lie, says $23. That's two very different assessments of what it costs there. Let me see if it's menu and pricing. On the website it says menu, pricing, and hours. No, we're hiring. Okay, that's fine. I think instead of the store they have, the sitcom they have about the big box store, they have a sitcom like about a Walmart, whatever it's called. They should have it about working at the buffet. Oh, so, okay. Breakfast is $10.99, lunch is $14.99, dinner is $20.99 to $25.99. It just depends on the day. Roughly speaking, $11 for breakfast, $15 for lunch, and $20 to $25 for dinner. It depends on what they serve. See, they have different things each day. See, they have steak some days, And they have New York, well, they have New York strip steak some days. And then they have like fried shrimp and crab cake some days, barbecue ribs some days. Wow, that's really cool. Here, look, I'm going to post the link. They have a daily menu. I ain't gonna lie, says the plane was Turkish Airlines Boston to Istanbul. I guess it just took off. I'm surprised it took off so late. Maybe it got delayed. I found Waldo says there's a great buffet in Galveston for $25 for $25. Okay, let's see here. Michelle is hungry now. Chris says, I go to casinos just for the buffets. I should go, next time I go to Vegas, I should eat in a buffet. I haven't been to Vegas for a while. So you both were right about the Shady Maple price. Hey, give me, I need 15 seconds. Give me 15 seconds. Behave yourself for 15 seconds. Hang on. Hang on. Okay, we're back. We're back. It looks like people behaved. Things are going to get crazy in like 2 months when I have to start figuring out if I'm going to move or not. That's when it's going to get crazy. WWE and Furby says, have you ever watched iCarly? I think I watched one episode of it because I like to know who the people are on the Disney shows because then they become big actors after. So it's good to know where they came from. Wasn't Miranda Cosgrove in that? You know, Olivia Rodrigo was in Bizaardvark. How about that? How was my walk? Short Stack, you're the second person to ask how the walk was. You can just walk, you can watch the video and see how the walk was yourself. Have you insomnia? No, I don't. I have late hours. It's Bardwaj Masti Gaming and Vlogs. WWE and Furby seems to be obsessed with iCarly. Ryder liked the walk. Harry's had ghost pepper ramen noodles for dinner? What? Brendan, I am hiding your comment, Brendan. Come on, Brendan. Jeez. Salon girl, you really have a salon. What part of the country is your salon in? You should tell the viewers so if anybody's in your part of the country, they'll go to your salon and check it out. Lizzie says, I met Sam from iCarly. and Ariana Grande when they were at Disneyland having lunch. Oh, that's fun. I used to have a friend whose job it was like to like oversee the talent at Disney Channel. That was her job. Hey, Salon Girls in San Antonio. I'm having to decide to close? That's a big decision. Well, if anyone's in San Antonio soon, you can ask Salon Girl if you can go to her salon. Oh, I knew that was coming. Barjwaj, I knew that was coming. I'm in Boston visiting family. Oh, Silver One. I'm here visiting my family. We had a big family event this weekend. Look at all these people who are actually up at 12:21 a.m. Can you believe it? Carlos says, I didn't get a notice you were on. Carlos, sign up for the Discord. The Discord is the best notifications. Signing up for the Discord. That's what you should do. Then you should put the Discord app on your phone so the notifications get on your phone. Make sure you're signed up for the Discord. Also, make sure you have your notifications, all the notifications bell checked for this channel, and make sure the notifications bell is turned to on. Seize the day. Discord comes like a minute late. That's fine. At least it happens. Let me just do a quick news check here. All right. Hang on, folks. You know, winter itself, the cold weather is bad, but I think just as bad as the cold weather, even more, maybe perhaps more bad, is the short hours. I actually think the shorter hours and the getting dark earlier might even bother me more than the cold. The cold would be much more bearable in winter to me if it was longer hours. Chris says I need to get rid of that. Well, I mean, Chris, not just the daylight savings. I mean, literally the fact that there's more daylight. Like, there's no way to get rid of the fact that there's shorter daylight in the winter. You'd have to get rid of the Earth and the sun the way they're currently positioned relative to each other. I know I know you know that, Chris. That was the bigger complaint, though. The bigger complaint wasn't just daylight savings. It was like literally getting dark at like 5 p.m. compared to 9 p.m. It's such a huge difference. It's terrible. Like, if I were super wealthy, what I would do is I would just always live in summer. I would just spend each half of the year in the place where it's light longer and never have short daylight hours. Amber E says, the short days in the winter impact me. Carlos says winter blues is real. Tony, you can message me about it on Twitter. We got Marcus Bell is here. Mr. Showtime is here. Yeah, see, Canada in the winter would drive me crazy. I even don't like in Florida in the winter when it's short hours. Right, Alex Duncan says you need a holiday home in Australia. That's where I would go. If I had lots and lots and lots of money, I would just go there for the winter. Here, winter, and then do agenda-free TV from there. Although that would make it kind of weird to cover stuff during the day in the U.S. with the big time change. South America might be more appropriate. All the best for recommends northern Brazil. Why is there this 10-minute running conversation in the chat about iCarly? Can that be moved to like a side chat? Can you create a Discord room for that if you want to discuss iCarly for 10 minutes in the chat? Thank you, Kimberly. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream, Kimberly Barr. Yeah, the walk was fun. The funny thing about the walking stream is I guess there's not many YouTube videos about Newton, Massachusetts. So if you search Newton, Massachusetts on YouTube, I think my walking stream comes up pretty quickly. Sonic, I love it hot. Gail only slept 2 hours last night. Andy, I don't think the video quality of the walking stream was really bad. I think it was non-ideal. It's just the problem is that the cell signal isn't that great around here. I don't know why it can't be better. In my experience, a lot of suburbs don't have great cell signals. Yeah, Lizzie says the video was bad, quality was bad for the first 2 minutes. It was fine after that. Yeah, a lot of the videos seem to be decent quality. All the best. If I happen to be back here and there's leaves, foliage around, fall foliage, I'll check it out. I might stream on it. Rick says Newton reminds me of where I lived in my early childhood. Thanks again, Lizzie, for moderating late night. Thank you, Lizzie. Sonic noticed the quality as you walked under a few leafy trees at first. The quality suffered. The audio wasn't matching with the video in some places. I mean, I didn't really hear people complaining about that, but I'm guessing if it happened, it was probably just due to the cell signal not being great in some places. Maybe it was on your end. Maybe the problem was on your end. Yes, Waldo, I figured out why the phone cord wasn't charging. Because I was using the wrong type of cord. The cord fit in the, there's a, I need a regular USB cord. There's a different, the cord I thought I needed in the place I thought I needed to plug in the cord was wrong. There's a different place I need to plug in the cord, and I need a different type of cord. So I had the wrong kind of cord with me. That's why it wasn't charging the phone, which I can fix. It worked out fine. I ended up having enough battery for the whole stream. It was pretty cool. No, the geese crossing the road was great. That's worth watching. We saw the geese just cross the street in traffic, and then the cars stopped for the geese to cross the road. Koba, I have no idea what you're talking about. The rider is in the Lurkers Lounge. Tyson Samoa is here and back from work. Fritz Campbell is here and has a kidney stone. I'm sorry. Yeah, the problem, the gimbal has one port to charge and one port for outgoing charge. And I thought the port that you charge it with, I was thinking maybe it works both ways, but it doesn't. Gotten a lot of use out of that gimbal. Weston donated that gimbal to the channel. Gotten a lot of use out of that. It's good to have. Gail has been painting. It's interesting. About a month ago, I was back here for like a week and a half, and I think we did one stream the entire time I was back. We did a stream on COVID in India. And it was just really not busy at all. And then I went back and it was crazy busy. So I wonder if it's going to be the same thing like this week. I was thinking of doing a news roundup today, but then I wasn't really feeling it. And I was like, I think I'd rather go take a walk. So I did that instead. Yes, as Rick says, the gimbal makes an enormous difference. If you try to watch a stream without a gimbal, after you're used to watching streams with gimbals, it's just like you get dizzy watching it because it's so bouncy. Oh, I might have to walk the dog after this. That's fine. It's nice out. I hear the dog walking around a little. We'll see. We'll see if the dog's still up later. I don't mind walking him at night though. Oh, he's drinking a little water. He was thirsty. I can hear him. A gimbal is a something you put your phone on, which keeps it from bouncing around. It keeps it steady as you're walking. We did a stream when we first tried out the gimbal. If you search it, Gimbal, if you search it on the channel, you should be able to find it. Makes a big difference though. It smooths out everything. I'm gonna check the broadcast from today just briefly, and I'll just see. If you watch the walking stream and you look at
researching men living to 110.
Whoa, and you look at the walking around, it's so much smoother with a gimbal. It's crazy. Like without it, it's like this. I'm looking at it now, and it's such a difference. It's so much of a difference. It's a great thing. Mercy, I'm glad you like the walking stream. By the way, did I mention I got my old suitcase was like falling apart. Like I had replaced the wheels on my old suitcase several times. It has to be 15 years older or older. And it finally was just like the sides were peeling off, so I couldn't use it anymore. So so I got a new suitcase. I went to the Wirecutter reviews like I like to do, and they recommended this Travel Pro suitcase. I had a Travel Pro before and I liked it, but it has 4 wheels on it instead of 2 wheels. Oh my gosh, it's so much easier with 4 wheels. It's so much easier. I'm gonna post the suitcase I got, and it wasn't cheap, but it's not like crazy expensive. It was like probably $280 or something, which I mean I plan on having it for years and years. So, given how much I use my suitcase, I'm okay spending a little bit because I hopefully I don't need one for another 15 years or whatever. But it has 4 wheels on the bottom, and it's so much easier than 2 wheels. Like you can literally just kind of, if you're walking next to it, you can kind of just tap it and it just rolls alongside you. You can't do that with a 2-wheeled suitcase. Because it stands up on its own. A 4-wheeled suitcase can stand up on its own, whereas a 2-wheeled suitcase and move on its own. You can push it and it'll roll on its own. That's not going to happen with a 2-wheel suitcase. Here, this is the one I got, but this is the one that the Wirecutter recommended. As Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. Travel Pro, it's big too. The one I got was a big version of it because I when I come back here, I bring a lot of stuff. You could get a cheaper version, like you get a 25-inch, and that's cheaper. It's actually not even that much cheaper. This is $270. Anyways, Seize a Day says I just tossed my 2-wheel suitcases. It's a nightmare. Only 2 wheels. Michelle says 4 wheels is the only way. It's such a difference. Known Pleasures, I think a gimbal is like $80 or something. No, Tony, I did not get the riding suitcase. Dappa is watching from India. Thanks, Melissa McQueen, for your compliment. So if you've never had a 4-wheel suitcase, I would highly recommend looking into it because it's such an enormous difference. Chris says, I will never go back to 2 wheels. I just never realized what a big difference is. Again, because a 4-wheel suitcase stands on its own, and it can roll. It can roll without you holding it. Put it that way. And that's a big difference. So you can just kind of push it a little bit and it just goes. Two wheels, you can't just push it. You have to, with a two-wheel suitcase, you always have to be holding it because you got to hold it at a bit of an angle. Such a difference. So much easier. Chris's suitcase has a phone charger. Well then. Terry, I think that one is actually free returns too. You could get it and not like it and return it to Amazon. But if you look up Wirecutter best suitcase, that's the one they recommend. Here, I'll show you the Wirecutter article. If I can find it. Now I can't find it. Oh yeah, so they have an article, best carry-on luggage. Mine is not a carry-on, and they recommended this. Mine's not a carry-on. They recommended the 21-inch version, but I got the bigger one because I check my bag. Wirecutter article. Rick says, I've got a huge four-wheel suitcase and it makes all the difference. It is 12:43 a.m. 12:43 a.m. We'll go for a few more minutes here. We'll do a few more minutes. I'm going to have some frozen fruit after this. Gone with the Gale. I have a smaller one too. I just never have I never end up using it. I do have a small one. Helena, I think the plane ticket I buy a ticket where I pay like a little more, but it includes a checked bag, so no. But I guess maybe I could buy a different kind of ticket if I weren't checking a bag. Also, as I've said before, if you fly a lot, get TSA pre-check. It's worth every penny. It's $85 for 5 years worth. And you basically skip all of the security lines. Usually takes me about 3 minutes to go through security. Tree is going to Dublin. That's exciting. I'd love to visit Ireland. Very cool. Michelle says YouTube is recommending me a lot to her. Well, that's good. Thanks for watching. Pretty nice out here tonight. The weather right here now is, in my town, is 64 degrees. That's not too bad. That is not too bad. hope everybody is enjoying the start of summer. Well, I guess if you're in Australia, you're not. It's like winter there. It is very pleasant, TJ. Am I done with all the big family events? Yeah, so the big family events were this weekend, but like there's other family events. Like yesterday I had dinner with my mom and my brother and my sister-in-law. So there's stuff like that, but that's stuff where like if there was a news emergency, I could leave. The stuff this weekend, I could not leave. It was like my nephew's bar mitzvah. So, I mean, I'll be hanging out with my family the next few days. I mean, I'm like staying with my mom and I'm hanging out with her, and I'm also going to see my brothers again. But there's no kind of like enormous thing that I absolutely couldn't get out of if I had to. But I do want to spend some time, when I visit my nieces and nephews again. Monday, I go back on Monday. I'm sure the flight will be delayed by 2 hours. Somebody wrote me and they said, are you going to cover the new Chinese rocket? But just so you know, the Chinese launched another rocket, but it's not nearly as big as the previous one. I read this tweet by Jonathan McDowell, who's an astronomer. And he said that there might be a new piece of a Chinese rocket falling to Earth, but it's like 6 tons, and the other one was over 20 tons. And he actually said something like, I don't think this really warrants a lot of, concerned news coverage. So we probably will not cover that one. They very well might launch more rockets in the coming months, which are bigger. But in case you're wondering, there's always more news, though. There's always stories you don't anticipate. You can't guess. Stuff happens. So I'm sure there will be more. Our viewer Dust is here. Maybe we'll go to like 1 a.m. How about that? How does that sound? We'll go to 1 a.m. Does that sound fair? We'll do that. Kisei is here. Kisei is in Europe, and Kisei is here. All right. Now I got to message Jay-Z the next couple days. I'm going to try to do a stream with Jay-Z. I texted with him today. Brainy Janie is here. Cold showers, are you kidding me? Ridiculous. Jay-Z at some point this weekend is going to be in my area. So I just need to coordinate with him. It's kind of neat. We were out at a restaurant tonight, my mom and I, and there were like other people in the restaurant, which was nice to see. My mom mentioned that was nice to see. But yeah, people are. It's good that things are opening up and people are going out again. Chris, if you're still watching, is the bar across from you open? Are people going there now? Or maybe you don't. Maybe that's. I don't even know if. No, you're still in that place, right, Chris? Or not? Chris has a bar across from him. Dr. Fretlick says, it's nice to see things are getting back to normal. At least in some parts of the world. Chris says it's open every night, pretty busy. Kisei sometimes is in Nigeria. That sounds pretty cool. I didn't know Judy Socket had a parrot named Picasso. We're going to 1 a.m., guys. So you have like 7 minutes to make your comments, to make your chat comments. So get them in while you can. Rob, we have 2 viewers in the Netherlands. Rob Van Roy and Kisei are both in the Netherlands. Lizzie says, in an orderly fashion. You're welcome, Marzel. Yes, Lizzie's the only mod. Thank you, Lizzie, for being up so late. Asymptomatic, that is a lot of birthday cake flavored protein powder. Kathy Calm is here. She says, we miss seeing Florida. Well, I'll be back there next week. Yes, it's very good to see my mom. It's great to see my mom. That's very good. Edward Kim is here. Edward is here. Edward is still awake. Yes, 2 streams today. Edward just popped in. Look at this. Edward just popped in. Yes, I'll hug the dog for you. The dog just got a haircut today. He's looking good. MGD has been lurking. Tito Acosta's watching. Brian Gren has been watching. All right. Right, Melissa. Now you know if you look out the window roughly what it looks like. Known pleasures. I'd love to go to Australia. I'd love to visit. Rob has his first vaccine shot next week. Very nice. Edward, we've just been hanging out. Ryder, you can't even hang on 5 more minutes? Wow, Ryder. I told you we're going till 1 a.m. It's 4.5 minutes from now. Edward, I'm glad you liked the walk today. Thank you. The walk was fun. Chris, The Economist, I don't know, you must have missed this. Chris, I was talking on a stream like 2 streams ago, and I was saying sometimes I get these inquiries about sponsorship, and I say I would only, and I said on the stream, I said I would only feel comfortable sponsoring something that I actually use, because I just don't feel comfortable like telling people to use stuff that I don't really love myself. And I was giving examples of things that I would be happy to accept a sponsorship from, and The Economist was one of them, because I've been reading it for like decades. It's not cheap, but I think it's worth it. I've been a paid subscriber for years. It's just like very well written, balanced, uh, easy to comprehend summaries of various news stories going on. And they give good context too. I think it's the best news publication. But it's not cheap. You should be able to, Chris, though, you should be able to maybe do a trial or something, or like at least read some sample articles online. You know, if you read some sample articles, you should get a feel for. The best thing to do, Chris, is pick some news stories you're interested in and just read their articles on it. It's a weekly. And then they update their site throughout the week. So like if there's a breaking story, they'll have an article on it. Tony is trying to find some sponsors. I wish you luck, Tony. I wish you luck. Thank you, Tony. That's very kind of you. I appreciate that, Tony. Edward's birthday is in 2 days. Happy early birthday, Edward. Brian Gren says The Economist is fantastic. I get it free from my university. No, it's interesting. The Economist is not, Carlos. You think it's about money issues from the name, but it's not. It's about all kinds of news. Melissa reads it. Kisei, check it out. Hey, our viewer Shyla is from the Philippines. Very cool. Cool. All right, it's getting close, guys. It's getting close to 1 a.m. It's about time for Aries to go. No. Business Week. I don't read Business Week. I don't read Business Week. I can't give you a. I feel like I've tried it at some point, but anyways, I can't give you a good current review of it. Now Michelle said no. Chris, I think I might have bought, because I get it all. I know I'm going to want it, so I think I did a multi-year subscription last time I did it. Chris, I think you can read a couple articles free on their site. So if you can't shoot me a message, I can always, if there's like if you want a couple sample stories, I can always shoot you. If you say I want to read an article about this, I can always shoot you this I think it's a subscriber. I can send you a copy of the story. But I really think if you just look at it, if you pick a few news stories you're interested in, and then you read their article on it, you'll be able to compare how they cover it to whatever other coverage is. Yes, they do they do all kinds of news. They have like a business. They do like good business news, but they do news from around the world, and like other stuff too, like art stuff and stuff. It's really good. It's the best news publication for like understanding what's going on with in a brief amount of time. Kisei says 10 more hours. Seize the day, can read it free from the library. Maybe, Chris, maybe they get it at the Austin Library and you could sample it there. All right, guys. Guys, we're reaching that time. I'm glad you joined me for this late night live stream. I don't know if some people, like when I do a really late night live stream, to some people who like went to bed, will they watch it tomorrow, or will they just be like, nope, I'm not watching it, it was too late? I have no idea. We'll see. Anyways, we're gonna wrap this up. And I'm gonna have some frozen fruit, but I might have to watch the dog. Aries, you didn't say no tonight. How about that? Kisei rewatches streams that she misses. TJ is going to watch the neighborhood walk. I hope you enjoy it. But thank you for joining. Hey, big thanks to Lizzie. Lizzie stayed up late to moderate. Thank you, Lizzie. That's very nice of you. Yay, Lizzie. Oh, there, Aries just said it. Okay. So thank you for watching. MGD, Amber, Chris Lund, Kisei, Rob Van Roy, Arizona Jumper. Enjoy the walking stream. Paula Faust, Brainy Janie, Dr. Fredlicks. Dr. Fredlicks was working late. All the best short stack. Arizona Jumper. Paula Faust. Carlos Rosa Realtor, Marzell, Melissa McQueen, did I say TJ, Judy Socket, Michelle, Edward Kim, Short Stack, Carlos Rosa Realtor, Mary Philo, J. Murray, I Found Waldo, Hannikin, Tony Del Monte, Gone with the Gale, Ryder, Louise. Thanks to the lurkers too. And thanks to everybody who donated. It's very nice of you. Thank you. Kavit, are you late? Well, depends on how you define late, but you're here right at the end. Seize the day. June. I Found Waldo. Who just posted? Wesley Curry the Second. Wesley Curry the Second. Oh, now I got to time out Wesley. I knew something like that was coming. I could tell. I had that feeling. Sean B. Art. Melissa McQueen. Miss Sweden was watching. Hello, Miss Sweden. All right, guys, it is time. It's time to wrap this up, but I appreciate you joining me for this late night live stream from Boston. We did it. Late night live stream. All right, guys, join the Discord if you haven't. You can chat with Pete. You can chat with our other viewers. We can chat with viewers in the Discord even when we're not on the air. How about that? Nightbot will post the Discord address. Ryder, thanks for watching, Ryder. Thank you. and known pleasures. Thank you for watching. All right, we're wrapping it up. We're really doing it. And Evan Tara, whose comment I'm going to remove. Evan Tara, I can tell, is getting close to getting timed out as well. You know, sometimes you just know. All right, guys, that is it. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Lizzie, for moderating. Thank you, lurkers, viewers. Thanks to the donors as well. Much appreciated. And we'll do this again soon. Okay, guys, have a great one. Great night, great day, wherever you are. And we'll see you very, very soon.